To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Counterpunched with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Gervonta Tank Davis, Floyd, Money Mayweather. Get this. Gervonta Tank Davis appeared to slam Floyd Mayweather as jealous in a now deleted tweet. Mayweather announced his latest boxing comeback, as we know, on the same day his fighter and opponent Rolando Romero held a press conference. Gervonta stated, LOL, blank had a press conference today and a fight on the same day. No matter how much money you have, you can still be a jealous MFer. Boy, wow. Gervonta Tank Davis appeared to slam him and deleted the tweet. Both Davis, 27, Romero, 26, are promoted by Mayweather, who will stage the May 28th fight. But just hours after the lightweight rivals trade words on stage, Floyd Mayweather confirmed his up-and-coming ring return. Appearing to commit on the timing, Davis tweeted, LOL, N had a press conference today and fight on the same day. No matter how much money you have, you can still be jealous of a MFer. The American has promoted by Mayweather since 2015 and guided to titles in 3 divisions. What can I say about that? Well, I've always told you about Floyd Mayweather. I've always told you about his desire to be admired, his desire to be important, his desire to be in the spotlight, okay? Therefore, everyone else has to take a backseat to Floyd. If Floyd sees any type of excel in his fighters, I think immediate criticism will come. People have to understand the difference between jealousy and envy. Those are 2 different things. This is pure jealousy. Jealousy is the fear of thinking someone can do better than you or taking something that you have. Envy is the exact opposite. Envy is something that you want. So what would make sense in this situation? Gervonta Tank Davis could say, hey, I want what Floyd has, and therefore it angers me, okay, because I desire it and I don't have it. Okay, that's envy. What Floyd is, Floyd's had everything. He's got the money, he has the fame, he has the glory, he had all the belts or whatever, right? He was never undisputed or anything like that, but he was a champion in 6, 7 weight classes or 5 or 6 weight classes. You know, he's made all the money. He's made more money than any boxer alive, you know, but then it's still the desire to want to be important, want to be relevant. And I think what happens is we learned that with Adrian Broner, that if Floyd acknowledges or sees anyone else coming near or appearing to come near that, he's not going to like it. And it's bad. You know, it's bad for promotions that he would have his fight on the same day as the promoting fight. That's dumb. That means you're trying to see how much you still have, how much star power you still have versus the fighters that you're trying to promote. It's an absolute conflict of interest. Okay? And a lot of people have said that about Floyd. You know, Floyd is a jealous person. You know, and I think Floyd, you know, has other issues that he has to deal with, because if you're in your mid 40s and you're still trying to do promotional fights or exhibitions where you know damn well you should be promoting your fighter by getting your fighter the best fight, something is wrong with you. Okay, that's the only thing that I can fathom. You know, but here's the counter. One thing I don't like about Gervonta Tank Davis, he knows how to be angry and lash out in certain ways and cryptic messages like he's had in the past. This particular tweet, as you guys can see. And it's like, okay, well, whoa, wait a minute. Why did you erase it? Why did you delete the post? You're not even going to be with Floyd anyway. Who knows? Maybe he will. Okay. But I wouldn't have never deleted my tweet. I think, and I call that chicken shit. When you say something, then you renege on it. You say something that makes sense. You say something that means something. And then you erase it. That means you thought about it and said, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So maybe fear or whatever, the consequences, the repercussions might have crept in his mind something that could possibly happen. Okay, so we don't know if he's going to stay with Floyd or not. But one thing we know about Floyd always wants to do something to make himself feel important. Yes, he likes the money behind it. And yes, he makes more money than these fighters are making to the day. I don't think he wants those fighters to make money. I think Floyd wants to keep everything the way it was. Him being on top, him being the cash cow, Manny Pacquiao being second under him or whatever, as long as he's number one. And that's how it's going to be. He doesn't give a shit about fighting other fighters. He didn't give a shit about fighting the harder fighters. He wanted the most money for what he could do. Was he talented? Of course he was talented. But was he the best? He was the best at promoting certain things, but that was because he had a certain amount of people around him. But now we go back to Gervonta Tank Davis saying that Floyd is jealous of him. Well, get in line, because Floyd's been jealous of a lot of people. He's been jealous of Manny Pacquiao. He's been jealous of Adrian Broner. He's been jealous of a lot of fighters. If all you have to do, Oscar De La Hoya is another one. All you have to do with Floyd is pay attention to the people that he talked and ragged about in the past 10 years or so. Okay, if he had a problem with any fighter, that meant he must have either envied that fighter or he was jealous of that fighter. And I think what it was, with Manny Pacquiao, he didn't like Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao was praised by people that he wanted to be praised by himself. Okay, so that was the question. And in Manny, the drugs allegation started because of the Mayweathers. It wasn't because of anybody else. It wasn't because people saying, you know what? I think Manny Pacquiao's juicing. No, nobody said that except Floyd Mayweather Sr. He was the first one that made that statement. He told his son ran with it. That was the first case of jealousy right there. Why? Fighter of the decade. Why? Admired by all these other people. Even though Floyd had a better pay-per-view showing, people liked Manny more. Why? Because Manny Pacquiao wasn't a dickhead. That's why. He wasn't arrogant. He wasn't pompous. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. He was the opposite. He was this happy fucking Asian guy that beat people's asses and then smiled about it and wished them the best. He didn't talk all types of shit about, oh, well, this way, he ain't no good. Shane Mosley ain't no good. Or this fighter ain't no good. Nobody better than me. And then he boxes him 12 rounds and expects people to love him just like Manny Pacquiao knocked out the same fighters. Nobody's going to really like that. That's why. Then he had to beat up his child's mom. So that women started to hate him. So now he really has a lot of people against him. If the white people hated him because they were really jealous of him, or other people didn't like him because he was too flashy, and then the women don't like him, well, who really likes him? They didn't. They hated him. But guess what? It backfired because everybody wanted to see him lose, so everybody bought that fight. But Floyd was so good, he did not lose. Okay? So when he got out of the sport of boxing, he was promoted the wrong way. Now I think he reflects that and he sees these fighters that he's up and coming with and they're going through their stuff and he's trying to promote them, but he's half-assed doing it. Matter of fact, he's not even half-assed. He's quarter promoting these guys. Okay, that's what he's doing. If you have an exhibition match on the same day you're supposed to be available to promote your fighter's fight, something is wrong with you. You're trying to compete. You're trying to compare. You're trying to do all this type of stuff. That's what you're trying to do. And that's what Floyd's trying to do. He's always tried to do it. That's why he said about Adrian Broner, look, I think he's going too fast. Why? Because Adrian Broner was 24 years old and went up 4 weight classes, been 4 division weight champ. And he had a problem with that. That is jealousy because he said, damn, if this kid is 23, 24 years of age and he's done this that fast, what could he do in 4 more years? Oh my God, what I'm going to do? Let me start hating. That's exactly what happened. Gervonta Tank Davis is another talented guy, but Gervonta Tank Davis didn't have the flash and the pizzazz and all that, the personality like Adrian Broner. But that really didn't want to, he didn't want him to see him shine, but he had the talent. Gervonta Tank Davis could knock people out. Look what he did to Santa Cruz. Even though Santa Cruz was coming up from a lower weight class, he knocked him the hell out and it looked spectacular. Okay? So the perception of this guy having bombs over Baghdad means he had bombs over Baghdad. Okay, so Gervonta now is starting to wake up. Maybe he's starting to see, hey, maybe these guys are right. Maybe I just thought they were hating, but maybe the only guy that's really hated on me is the guy that's supposed to promote me. And his name is Floyd Mayweather. But he shouldn't have taken away the tweet. I thought that was, you know, if you're going to say something, say it, make it stand. Okay, stand on a hill on that shit, because don't give in to the powers that be. Okay, so it meant a lot for what he said, but it also meant a lot for what he took away. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Gervonta Tank Davis saying that Floyd Mayweather is jealous of him in a cryptic message, which he deleted. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.